Good morning, and welcome back to Coldwater Homestead. It's been a couple of days since I've made a video. Did a quick little short the other day that Chris did on the animals around the farm. Some basic chore stuff that we do every day. Uh, Last time we were talking about what you need to think about and how to go about laying out your homestead, and what ways that you can make your life easier. That Just to touch briefly again on that information, I mean, one of the things I think that is very important to understand and realize is don't get yourself overwhelmed too quickly. Uh, don't bring on lots of animals where all of a sudden you're buried and you're working literally, 5 hours a day after your normal job, and you're trying to keep up with all of it, and it'll burn you out real quick. And you don't want to do that. You want to keep it where you're not becoming overwhelmed, but benefiting from what you're doing, and you know, putting some stuff away for yourself. Uh, I guess this video I want to focus somewhat on self-sufficiency and preparedness. What that is. Our world is going down paths right now that are, there's conflicts occurring across the planet in every direction. Our borders are being overwhelmed with illegal aliens that we don't know where they're coming from. There's threats to our infrastructure and our basic way of life that are occurring on a regular basis, almost daily basis. It used to be where you'd hear something every month or every week and a half, 2 weeks. Now it's 2, 3, 4, 5 things a day that you hear about what's going on. And being prepared and self-sufficient can give you the security of if something does happen that none of us want to see happen, you're going to be okay, and your family's going to be okay. I've always looked at it as, if something was never to happen, what harm am I doing? If I have some extra stuff put away and I can take care of my stuff, I know what I'm eating healthier. When we pushed to make that shift, let me tell you, when we pushed and started to produce our own cheeses, our own meats, all of these things across the board, the health benefits that we've seen from it are staggering. I literally don't take any medications. I take some natural herbal stuff that I make. I make tinctures. And we grow lots of our own food, obviously, and I preserve it, and that allows us to eat very nutritionally dense, healthy foods. When you go to the grocery store, if I go to the grocery store right now, pretty much we shop the perimeter of the store. Very little of our food ever comes from what you would call the center of the store, where all your pre-made boxed foods are, your canned foods are. Those are things that there's so much in them. Go look at the whole bioengineered title and see what you find. It's truthfully, for me, it's just disgusting. Not to say that we don't eat some of the stuff, because right now we still do. We have the ability to treat ourselves to something that we think tastes really good every now and again. But being prepared and being self-sufficient, it can give you that comfort. It can give you the desire to want to do the things that you're doing on your homestead. It's a reason behind why you raise the animals that you want to raise, why you put yourself through cleaning out the chicken coop. That's always one of the favorite chores on the farm. But it's just, I think it's very important for people to really think about why they're doing the things they're doing, uh, and how you can become more self-sufficient, more prepared. Preparedness is not just food. There's, you know, I've talked about the electricity, which we have done some of. There's also, security for your home, uh, and building community and friends around you that also give you that peace of mind. Uh, yeah, whether you're religious, you're not religious, whether you're political or not political, none of this has self-sufficiency and preparedness really have nothing to do with uh, either of those. Yeah, they are parts of society. Having a strong community and people around you is probably the most important thing, next to putting away for yourself and your family. That's my personal beliefs. Uh, but I believe that we should be looking at a lifestyle more to where our grandparents of my age, and some people that are out here watching this, maybe their great grandparents. My grandparents lived through the Depression, the Great Depression, and I can tell you they were some of the most frugal people um, that I've ever known in my life. They would reuse aluminum foil. They would, you know, stockpile and store jars down in their basement of foods from their gardens so that they could feed their families. Um, those were very important things. Excuse me. And I think that it's important just to keep all of that in mind as you're doing this. Later on today, I'm going to be putting up some bone broth. It'll probably be a two-part video. One, I'll be getting it jarred up and prepared to go into the canner and going into the canner, and then I'll set out a second video after the 90 minutes of canning of it coming out of the canner, and seeing how it looks once it's been canned up. Yeah, again, like, share, comment. Would love to see some comments in the videos. Give you guys a few of the channels that I watch, just as a shout out to them, and as a source that maybe you want to go and look at and see what other people around the country are doing. One would be Pinball Preparedness. Very intelligent. Has an enormous amount of videos out there, from economy to gardening, and everything in between. The Prepared Homestead, Travis right now is he's been doing a lot of things with his local community. They've got a big community that they work with, and they're doing some pretty amazing things right now. They're kind of putting together a community-based first response team. I think that'd be the best way to put it. Another great one is Appalachian Homestead with Patara. She's very focused on, I love her focus on her ancestry. It's something that my father had great focus on. And we've traced our ancestry literally back to the original settlements in Canada that came over from France. And she puts out a great message of preparedness and animals and animal husbandry, and her gardens are always amazing, and why her family moved out and did what they've done. And the last one for today is I'll throw out a prepper nurse. One, he just moved to West Virginia from a homestead that he had up in New York that his family still has going on, but he's developing a community and a safe location. So each one of these four that I'll tag them out in the comments down below, or the description down below. Each one of them approaches preparedness and self-sufficiency in different ways. It's one of the reasons I listen to them. That's a small portion of what I actually uh, research and listen to and see what others are doing. Uh, yeah, but again, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about it. There'll be a couple more videos today, primarily on just some basic canning. Bone broth isn't a real complex thing to make. Uh, and you'll see some of the progress we're making in the new kitchen area. It's kind of torn apart right now, but still canning and doing things because we need to. We preserve food and try to preserve food on a weekly basis at a minimum, uh, because it's good to be self-sufficient and prepared. But I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.